In preparing for today's conversation, Susan, we asked members and LinkedIn subscribers what their biggest barrier to making meaningful connections at work. And the number one answer was limited time, not having enough time. And at a time where 50% of women in the C suite are reporting wanting to step down or back down due to burnout, um, and in a world where, women still account for the majority of unpaid labor, both at home and at work, what would be your advice to women or anyone on how they should prioritize making meaningful connections, the value of it, but also how should they make time when we have
Oh,
so much going on?
yeah. I mean, and this is going to be so personal because every single person has, responsibilities, obligations, taking care of parents, taking care of kids, getting food on the table, all the things. So I want to be careful that, I'm conscious of we're going to have different moments in time when we have more time, right? And that's when we need to capitalize. But I think it's first to understand what are the benefits when I make time for this? What is the upside? And one of the first things I learned in the research that it's going to help your health. Making meaningful connections will actually add to your own longevity as much as eating kale every day and running every day, right? Every morning I make I've had a habit for years of reaching out to 3 to 5 people in whatever means is easiest. So I might be in between my shower and my cup of coffee and I'll zap off a text with no, there's no spreadsheet, but it's who pops in my mind. It might be through WhatsApp, it might be an email, but it's just, you popped in my mind. I wanted to say hello, or I'm thinking of you, or sending a bit of love, just like that. And I've done that for years. And the reason why is threefold. One, it puts a good little bit of happiness in the world. Two, it's a wonderful thing for anybody to receive it. And three, people don't forget about me. During the pandemic, we were all alone, so it was and I live alone and I don't have kids or parents. So it was kind of like, hey, I'm here. So I know some people are like, oh my God, 3 to 5, do 1 a day, do 2 a week, but set that as a goal. And I would make a habit of, depending if you work at a corporation, reach out to colleagues, maybe not in your own department, and just say, I'd love to learn a little bit more about your role and how I can be supportive, right? Lead with how we can be helpful. So I think the important point is, one, realize how much value this will bring to you, the people in your community. And three, it's not a huge time suck when you prioritize.